Well guys, it is 5:18 in the morning right now, and I'm headed to St. Louis to spend the day sourcing there. It's about 5 hours away. I'm actually on the front end of what will be a basically week-long sourcing trip. So I'm super jacked about it. Got a wedding in my hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. I'm gonna be sourcing all the way there and back, and a little bit while I'm there too, and taking you guys along the whole time, doing mostly pawn shops and trying to buy video games. But I'm gonna quit yammering about it. I've got this Sonic Speed today to keep me company that I thought I might try out for the first time on camera. I found this at a video game store earlier this week and thought it looked interesting. It is blue. I don't know if you can see that, but bottoms up. Ooh. That is just disgustingly sweet. Wow, I don't know what I really expected. That it's not even like blue raspberry. It just tastes like a sugar bomb in your mouth. But anyway, let's get on the road. We've got 5 hours ahead, and then we will start hitting those pawn shops. Well, I have reached St. Louis. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I just drove 5 hours from Lexington, and now it's time to get to work at the pawn shops. Well, first two stops down, haven't had any luck yet. Both places had pretty poor selection and bad pricing, so fingers crossed for a little bit better luck coming up here. All right, well, we're on the board. Got a few games at this stop. They were $7 a piece. Grand Theft Auto, that should go for around 12 after fees. NBA 2K17. This game is a little bittersweet for me. It should still bring over $20, so I'm happy about that. But I sold a copy of this right after Kobe's passing. So, you know, obviously the price was inflated. Sold for $129 and just got returned recently after the guy probably realized it was a silly impulsive purchase at that price. But still a pretty good pickup. Look out for these. This is a good sports game. It's only the Legendary Gold Edition. And then also PlayStation VR games tend to do well, so I'll always scan those. Then also picked up a pink DS Lite for $20. Well guys, welcome to my home. All right, well, I just had a really solid pickup on stop number 5 of the day. Got both of these, a PlayStation Move controller and also a Guitar Hero Les Paul dongle for the PS3. It's a receiver for the guitar and goes for really good money. This guy goes for around $33, and this guy goes for around $45, and those are both after fees. So I paid $12 for both of them, which is really nice because it's been a pretty slow morning. I think because it's tax season, a lot of these places are a little bit more cleared out than they normally would be. So that may be something to consider when you're thinking about when the best time is to source pawn shops. But luckily I have had a couple solid retail arbitrage items. I got those in the back. I wish I could share those with you guys. I really do, but I think you understand why I can't. But yeah, gonna keep at it. It is getting close to lunchtime, may stop somewhat soon, but feeling fairly good about the day. So I just pulled up to this place, King and Queen's Resale Shop, but as you can see, it's not really like a normal pawn shop. It's mostly furniture and just junk. So that'll happen sometimes, but just gotta keep moving. Well, couldn't find anything at this place either. Definitely not having the best luck today so far, but we press on. Well, just had my second solid score of the day. Picked up this Wii with 2 remotes and a nunchuck for 20 bucks, so that was a solid deal. Paid 10 a piece for Sims 4, that should go for, I think, 30. And Killer Instinct Definitive Edition, I saw this going on eBay for like 33, because it seemed like a bit of a slow seller on Amazon. I'm not sure why, but on Amazon it was showing like 40 to 50 after fees, so that's a solid pickup. Then I paid $2.50 a piece for each of these. We have Shadow of the Damned, which I think will go for like 20 after fees. Splinter Cell, which goes for like 15 or 17 after fees, and Sonic Collection, which should bring around 8. So really happy with those pickups, and probably getting pretty close to lunchtime here. Well, stop number 7, I think. Just got this game, paid $5, worth 16, so paying for my lunch, I guess. I did want to pause here a second and just answer a question that I get fairly often, and that is, do I scan everything in the store when I'm in there, all the games and stuff, to figure out what they're worth, or do I just kind of know and, you know, buy off of my gut? And this was a really good example of, I did not know, I had not seen this game before. It's not very common, so I did look it up and I ended up purchasing it for that reason. There were a bunch of other ones at the time that I looked up as well that I didn't end up buying, but all of so of these 3 PS3 games that I bought a couple stops ago, I knew that this one was worth 15 plus. The other 2 I had to look up. So I just wanted to give a little illustration there that hopefully might help a couple of you out. Okay, well, I've finally had a really solid score of the day, which I'm stoked about because I feel like I've kind of been letting you guys down. But check this out. I got 2 nice little bags of goodies here. I'll just show a few of the things. Got Glover. This guy was like $8. I think he goes for 15 or so. The new Tetris on the 64, that should go for in the range of 20. He was about 8. Mario, this guy was as is, but he was like $3, so I said why not. DuckTales for the NES was like 9. Wario World ended up being like 13. He goes for like 20. He's nice and complete though, so I would say maybe a little bit more. So not bad. I usually look for bigger margins, but some of this stuff was really good. Like Silent, I think this only goes for like 6. I got that for 2. But Silent Hill 2 I also got for 2, and that goes for 20 plus, so I'm happy about that. There was it probably fell to the bottom. There was a Vita game in here that I got for 5 that goes for 20. This Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution will go for probably about 10 because it's disc only, normally a little bit more, and I got it for like 2. Bugs Bunny will go for I can't remember. Perfect Dark I got for like 5, goes for 12. Pokemon Puzzle League goes for about 15, got it for like $6.50. He gave me 25% off on everything and cut off the tax, so that was pretty nice of him for a bulk discount. This place is like in a really old rundown part of town. It did not seem like it had much potential, but they had both solid pricing and a solid selection, which is kind of the golden little Goldilocks zone. This Yu-Gi-Oh game I paid 2 for. It's worth like 7. Oh, Crash I think will go for around 10. I paid 2 for him as well. This guy I paid about 10 for and should go for around like 17 to 20. Monster Party I paid around 8, should go for double that. Roller Coaster Tycoon I paid $2 for. This will go for 20. Then I bought a Platinum GameCube in very good condition, which I almost never find, for 25 bucks. That should go for 50 plus. And so yeah, all in all, I paid $123, and after everything, I think should probably make 150 to 200. So happy with this stop, and yeah, ready to keep it going. All right, so a couple updates. One is apparently I'm on stop 13 right now rather than 10 or 11 or whatever I thought I was. So don't know how that happened, but it's 3:20 right now. So doing pretty good in terms of number of stops, especially because I've been in some retail stores too. And also I've bought only one DS today, which is kind of crazy. Normally by this point in the day, I would have bought like, I don't know, 5 to maybe 10 if I could. But I just am not seeing them. I think it must be that, you know, tax time is here. Everyone's getting their refunds and buying them all up. So, yeah, just gonna keep hitting it until they start closing at like 5 to 7. And I'll see where I get by the end of the day. Oh, that was really a shame. So stop number 14, you guys saw, they had some cool stuff in there. A bunch of NES games, some of them in the box, which you hardly ever see at pawn shops. But their prices were pretty absurd. They had games that were like cartridge only for $25 that you can buy right now on Amazon for $9. And that was like not uncommon. So even with a solid discount, like if they were to hook me up with like 50% off on most of the stuff, I still wouldn't be making money. So kind of unfortunate there. I tried multiple things, just kind of asking what kind of discounts they could do if I were to buy a good amount, and just couldn't come to a number. So that's all right though. I mean, the stuff was cool to look at, and you just gotta move on. I do want to take this opportunity to tell an interesting story about the hole in my pants. Yeah, an interesting intro there. That hole actually is from a box cutter. I was sitting in my office one time, slicing a box open, and my hand slipped, and I just like sliced down right onto my leg right here, and it got incredibly lucky because it just nicked the skin, didn't draw too much blood, but obviously went right through my pants. And so I wear these often as a reminder to be very careful when I'm using a box cutter. Well, had some solid success at this stop here. Got a few games, as you can see, and the crazy thing is I only paid $23 and came out with some really solid ones. Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, that goes for like 15 or 20 after fees. I'm gonna have to look at the barcode of this one, but because I forget what that goes for. Another Sonic Genesis collection, that one was what, $8? Xenoverses, like 15 plus. Red Dead Redemption 2, that's a really good one to find. That's worth like 27 or so on eBay all day because I am restricted in this on Amazon. Ghost Recon is 15 plus. And then check this out, FIFA 20. They normally price this at like $30, but all the PS4 games they gave me for $4 a piece. So kind of crazy there. I think it's like $80+ worth of value in total. So yeah, obviously I have to be stoked about that, and nice little midday pick-me-up. So this is Cash America, but you wouldn't know it. Starting to get dark, but I just picked up a Wii U for $53, and should go for around 95, so ooh, pretty solid. Well, that place kind of sucked. They were looking to get above retail on pretty much everything they had. I did end up picking this, the Witcher. Nice. Just had somebody yell at me out of their car. So just picked up the Witcher 2. It was 15 bucks, so paid more than I almost ever do for an Xbox 360 game, but it did go for, should go for over 40 on Amazon, so not too bad. As you can see right now, it's rush hour, kind of miserable, and I saw a record store down the road. Sometimes they'll have retro games, so I'm gonna stop in there and, you know, see if I can see anything. Well, no video games, but it was a cool store. Guys, this is the best way to end the night I could have asked for. Check out this Chipotle. Absolutely incredible. Well, guys, I am safe and sound here at my Airbnb for the night. It's a pretty nice little place. Got a bunk bed over there. Got my bed right here. It's been a pretty long day. It's, what is it right now, 9 o'clock, so I left at about 5 this morning. That makes, what, a 16-hour workday, including travel, so definitely pretty pooped. I'm gonna chow down on some Chipotle here and then crash pretty hard. Ended up hitting 16 pawn shops today and then went to 14 retail locations. So definitely a record 30 stops for me. And yeah, was overall, I would say, a pretty mediocre day. Game finds were a little bit on the low end, I think because of tax season, but we'll see what happens in Kansas City tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Oh, and I'll catch you guys on the flip.